Woohoo! Hi, I'm Glenn Campbell, and I'm on the lake side of the new Contemporary Hotel. You'll see it in a minute. Now, what I'm trying to do here is kind of clear my head after seeing some of the things that you'll glimpse on the show today. Now, we all know magic is the Disney people's special business, so I was halfway ready for them to wave a magic wand and see swamps drain away and to watch lakes and lagoons appear and rivers begin to flow. I expected to see miracles take place in all sizes, small, medium, large, and family size, of course. But when I found out that Walt Disney World is twice as big as the island of Manhattan...
Now, I just had to stop and think about that for a minute.
Now, here's something you don't see as you enter your average hotel.
I'm gonna try and line this up with this old 1970s photo with the monorail coming in. You'll notice there on the left we have an elevator now, and in this old photo it appears that we have no elevator. So they added this. Disney's always very accommodating. There goes the monorail, everybody. There it freaking goes. Goodbye, monorail. Goodbye. So long. And it's out of the Contemporary. All right, here, we're gonna try and line it up for the Terrace Buffeteria, where they did all their quick service. And over to the left, you can kind of see the Outer Rim Steakhouse, which now is almost the entrance to Chef Mickey's, but the Outer Rim Lounge is right over there to the left. Love when they make little references to their old stuff. Now we have the Contempo Cafe, and then Chef Mickey's is all the way back there. I think that the Terrace Buffeteria took up all of that space back there where Chef Mickey's is now. Sid's down there gonna give me the signal when the monorail's coming for this shot. Shout out to her. All right, we got the signal from Sid. The monorail is on its way. Oh, this monorail's leaving. We're gonna get a slight duel going if this one shows up soon. See you later, Monorail Orange. And here's Monorail Lime. You'll notice in these old photos where Chef Mickey's is now, they have these nice stained glass trees and places for people to hang out and sit and eat. The Mary Blair mural, still there. Monorail still going through every single day. I gotta say, I do miss the old look. There's a lot more red, just a lot more cohesive theme. The Chef Mickey's almost has a 90s Tomorrowland aesthetic to me. I don't know if that's really right for the Contemporary. Also, birds live in the Contemporary now. There's 2 or 3 of them on the roof right there. 4? Oh my gosh. They're crazy, man. They're always over here waiting to snag some food up off of any floors or anything where people drop it. We've seen them all the time over there. We eat in this quick service all the time. There's always birds. They're plotting. Look at them all. Get out of here. This is no place for a bird.
Could not walk up here.
Tell these people what you think about the Contemporary Resort.
I love it because it's future to me. I realized how future it was when it was first made. And I love Mary Blair, and she's an icon, and I love her, and she's an icon.
Don't forget about the monorail, bro. The freaking monorail goes through here.
I do love a good monorail. We watch the monorails here all the time. It's the best viewing for monorails in my opinion. So
They got some nice pasta salads down there too, man, in a little cup. They're good stuff. We've yet to eat at the Chef Mickey's yet, though. I'm sure that we'll make our way there eventually. We've checked out all the other restaurants here at the Contemporary, and we've been checking out a bunch of them at Walt Disney World. So we will eventually make our way to Chef Mickey's. We've kind of avoided the character dining because it's not really our thing. I'm just trying to eat and enjoy the coolness, but we'll do it.
I do love a good buffet though, so I want to check it out eventually.
I forgot that's a buffet. It's still a buffet after COVID? Wow.
Looks like it. It's very tempting.
We have never been on the same level as the monorail unless we're getting off of the monorail. This is crazy. We're just right over top of this store. Wow, we're just right here in the action. Don't even need to go down there. Look at these futuristic angles, man. We're in the freaking future. Monorail Gold has entered the building. We're actually going to line up a shot over here using the monorail as it's leaving. Let's see if we can get this good. About right here. Maybe right there. And as the monorail exits, we can line up this shot, and you'll notice Chef Mickey's is there today. Back in the day, it was just beautiful forest of stained glass trees and lights, and what seemed like pretty classy seating, in my opinion. I would love to have that stuff here today, because right now, I'm not gonna lie, it feels like a mall food court. It's not the greatest. I think Walt Disney World deserves better. Same with this Fantasia shop over here. It's just like, in my opinion, and I love the Fantasia movie, it's just junk thrown in here. It should be much nicer. It should feel like just a high class thing, man. I mean, this is the Contemporary, very futuristic at the Walt Disney World. It's the monorail resort. It's got Mary Blair art in here. I mean, I don't know. Just this other stuff just feels junk to me. I can't wait for them to redo it. The lobby looks phenomenal. And I hope that they eventually make their way up here onto the 5th floor. The 4th floor. This is all the 4th floor down here. We are on the 5th floor. And hopefully they get the 4th floor looking good.
And what's in between the 4th and the 2nd? A secret 3rd floor that we've only been to once in our dreams.
Should we go show them?
Yeah, it's so weird.
It is so weird. They have a gym here in between the levels. And it is just weird. Because, like, you can't make it that way on the stairs, I don't think. Yeah. Surely you can somehow.
Maybe
but for
on
us...
emergency stairs. But, yeah, it's always been a mystery, like, what's between the 4th and the 2nd. Because you always skip it when you're on the escalator.
Here we are on the 3rd floor. They have the gym over here. And it's very nice seating. And it feels like there's just no one here. It is very odd. Long hallways that you can't even go down. They're both cast member only. And we've actually been in here before. And it does seem like a pretty nice gym. I'm not going to go in there because I'm sure that there's other people trying to work out and all that. But you can actually see the main hallway there. And then when you veer off to the right side is where the actual gym is located. But they have some cool art. I mean, I guess we could go in here real quick and check out the art. We got Edna Mode. Business influence. Rare baby photo of Edna Mode? I've never seen this. Look, man, I'm not a fan of this Incredibles art and everything everywhere. I don't want IP in the Contemporary, but like this art here, this is cool. Got the monorail going by. It's just a nice mid-century home. And they're saving the day out there on the monorail. And then over here, without filming the gym area, got some nice art over here with the couch. And this unique art, I've actually never seen this before. Also, something Sid and I really love about the Contemporary, they always have so much art all over the place. And then they normally have a little bit of information about the artist. Now, Sid just sent me this photo. I'd say it lines up just about here where the Fantasia shop is now. And before, it was just these trees and nice seating areas, and it almost was like a nice mall vibe. I wish that they bring that back. This store does not need to be here. There's not a lot of space to walk. It's always very hectic in this area. About right here is where the Outer Rim restaurant used to be. I believe it used to be a steakhouse, but now it's just the Outer Rim Lounge, which is also very good. I do enjoy it over there. Grabbing a quick drink at the Outer Rim bar as part of the celebration of the Contemporary. We get an epic view of the Mary Blair mural. Sid just got a new mini sketchbook, and she has these mini colored pencils to go along with it. She got these from Epcot in the China Pavilion. She just decorated. We got Figment. We got a cowboy bear right here. That's my favorite.
I figured that would happen.
She's currently working on what is this called?
From the Kun Cafe, they have flowers on the wall.
Yeah, but like what you're doing
Oh,
a whole thing,
collage.
a collage of items. So we got Kona Cafe stuff here, which we were just at.
Outer
and now
Rim is next.
she's working on the Outer Rim. She's doing a collage of everything that we end up doing today. So we will check back into this later. I ended up grabbing a sunset margarita. And Sid got a watermelon lemonade?
Yeah.
Watermelon flavored lemonade. This
cute,
is
right?
one of her favorites. Let's get a review going. What do you think?
As always.
This beverage, a 10 out of 10. Wonderful, wonderful sunset in a cup. Sid's trying to figure out the guy from Carousel Progress. Who is it?
Why would you film my brain fart?
Who is it?
John, this papering's getting out of hand.
Yeah, it is John. Good job. Good job. Good John. Currently they have the Disney Institute, so I'm not even going to try to go in there. But they do have Convention Center space. And I'll show you later when we go down that way is where Richard Nixon, the ex-US president, or past US president, gave the famous "I am not a crook" speech. It's a very legendary spot here at Walt Disney World. So over here, we have the Convention Center, which down there I will eventually end up filming a backrooms video because so much of the Contemporary is backrooms. And then while we're at the Contemporary, I do want to point out we have multiple art pieces here and all the way over there, which are some of my favorite things. I love to check out the art. Specifically at the Coronado Springs Resort, they have a lot of art. It almost feels like an art museum. It's very hard to read the artist's writing here. So, I can't really say who it's by or when it was made. It's very hard to read. And then here, I'm going to line up a shot here from the 70s. This is actually where you check in for the California Grill. Nowadays, it has a wavy counter space. And everything just looks very different. The carpet's different. The lighting's different. Back in the day, it seemed much more warm tone. They have a couch over there that you can actually sit on. But this is it today. Over there you have the elevators that you can actually take up privately to the California Grill. And then just over here is actually where Richard Nixon gave his famous "I am not a crook" speech. Now just over here in the ballrooms of America is where Richard Nixon has his iconic "I am not a crook" speech. So these are their convention rooms. where they hold different conventions. A lot of time it's for Disney Institute or different types of things like that. And right over here is where Richard Nixon gave his iconic "I am not a crook" speech. It was right here in the center, on the right side of the room. But he had a big black backdrop here and a stage, so none of this is going to line up, but it was right here.
And I want to say this to the television audience. I made my mistakes, but in all of my years of public life, I have never profited from public service. I've earned every cent. And in all of my years of public life, I have never obstructed justice. And I think, too, that I can say that in my years of public life, that I welcome this kind of examination, because people have got to know whether or not their president is a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
And then about right here, I'm going to attempt to line up an old 1970s photo in this exact convention center. They do have some tables set up in here. Obviously, it's different than it was in the 70s. But I think I have it lined up just about right. Right there. 1970s Contemporary Convention Center, where Richard Nixon gave his famous "I am not a crook" speech. Now, I love Disney, and I don't want to hate on them at all. But these are like plywood tables they have set up for who knows what. All of them are this damaged. Sid's just here for the contemporary playlist. You listen to this at home. And then right here, we're going to line up a shot. Fantasia was not there. Fantasia Market was not there. But the Fantasia Market store was, in fact, there. It was just not Fantasia Market. Now we are heading out here to the dock that'll take you on a boat to the Wilderness Lodge or the campground, because I gotta film an intro over here. This Anhinga baby is so cute. I love him. He don't trust us enough to get too close to him, but man, he is gorgeous. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. He's unsure about us, and I get it. Right next to him. It's like, what are you doing? Filming a movie? You making a movie here? I'm making a movie. Oh, you see? See. I believe so. That is Liberty Square.
It's huge.
Looks like Small World for this. This is for Snow White's Scary Adventures. And the Three Caballeros. Tons of old photos here at the Steakhouse 71 in the Contemporary. Got the Contemporary there with the Skyway, not the Skyline, the Skyway. And they have the Tomorrowland Speedway going. Gorgeous.
Sky buckets?
The Sky Buckets. Those might be Disneyland. I think Walt Disney World was the Skyway. Right over here at Magic Kingdom, you can see the Contemporary in the background, and then we have the monorail coming into the station.
It's from Sawyer Island.
Tom Sawyer Island, kind of right over here. Then we got this photo over here when the Contemporary Resort was actually being built, and they built the frame and then they slid the rooms into place at each level. Pre-built rooms. The idea was that they could pull them out and then redo them and then slide them back in. Nowadays they don't do that. They'll just redo the rooms as they're already in the building. But very futuristic concept. The lobby looks fantastic. Very mid-century, modern type of aesthetic. I wish that they would do this upstairs where the monorail picks you up. They have real plants over here too. Sid and I actually checked these out. These are all real plants that have trimmed and put in water. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this photo was taken right about here before the massive convention center was actually built. And here is the actual convention center that they built afterwards of the Contemporary. They have the check-in desk here with this wonderful angle with these block glass things in here. Very like 80s, not 70s when the Contemporary was built. Probably built in the 80s or late 90s is my assumption. And then over here, there's actually a space outside, which a lot of people don't know about, that Sid and I come here and we relax. Sid will do some drawing sometimes, or I'll have a drink or whatever it is over here. It's a very nice space that a lot of people do not know about. We'll go check that out right now.
And it's an official smoke spot.
So many futuristic angles from here, man. Down there at the end, which you might as well go check out, is what Sid and I will call the button room. And it reminds us of Coraline, how the other mother wants to sew buttons in Coraline's eyes, because all of these lights that they have all around the room have these little covers over them that look just like buttons. But in here we have the button room. It feels very back rooms, feels very Coraline. So these are windows that have natural lighting shooting through, but then they have like fog type of stuff over them. And they have these lights that look just like buttons, but on the back side you'll notice that there is actually a light bulb. So in the nighttime you'll actually have, you know, some actual light bulb light coming through. But this whole area feels so back rooms, like it's not real at all. Sid and I love to come outside here at the convention center. Here's the button room from the back side. But then over this way, we'll see if we can see Space Mountain, man. Look at that. We love a nice Space Mountain area, especially since Tron is over there, ruining the sight line for Space Mountain. This looks great. Then we have the Contemporary over here. Before we did have the Christmas tree out here. Seems like they just removed it. But this space is so nice, so relaxing. There's never anyone over here, and we get great Walt Disney World views. About right here, I can line up this classic photo of the Contemporary, and here comes the monorail, baby. We're in the future. We appreciate you guys for checking out Project Jaden. And of course the Contemporary Resort. Thank you guys for checking us out. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video. Go ahead and comment and check out Sydney's videos. She's constantly putting out new content that I'm sure that you will love.